Cedar Ridge Christian Church began in 1979 with the partnership of the Northeastern Oklahoma Evangelizing Association and a handful of people meeting in home Bible study classes, eventually holding Sunday service at Vandiver Elementary School in Broken Arrow. We completed construction and opened the doors at the site of our current VA campus in August of 1983. With the partnership of Southside Christian Church and the NOEA, almost 26 years later, we opened our Sepulveda campus in April 2009. As a part of our Radical Faith Stewardship journey, we look forward to launching our Coweta campus in early 2012 with the partnership of Town & Country Christian and once again, the NOEA. Coweta is a growing area in Wagner County, just a few miles southeast of Tulsa and only about a 20-minute drive from our Broken Arrow campus. There are people just like you and me in Coweta, and too many of them are far from God and on their way to a Christless eternity. According to one recent study, only 8.6% of Wagner County residents attend worship on any given weekend. Cedar Ridge Coweta will be located just a couple of blocks east of the intersection of Highway 51 and East 141st Street South. You may know it, as some of our staff do, as the intersection where Roy's Chicken is located. Why start another campus? It's a good question to ask. It's not to make it an easier drive for our people who live in the area. It's not to rescue a struggling church and keep them from closing their doors. It's because there are people in the Coweta area who are far from God, and the Bible tells us to go to them, not wait on them to come to us. But there's another reason why. It's because that's what churches do. They reproduce. It's their nature. It's what living, healthy organisms do. They reproduce. So that's what we want of Cedar Ridge, to always be a reproducing church where people who are far from God can find Him and experience the joy of belonging to a faith community. We also know that new church works are more effective at reaching lost people. We've learned that the campus-style method offers the excitement and effectiveness of a new church, the intimacy and relational impact of a smaller community church, along with the resources and leadership of a larger established church. Our vision for the future is to launch additional campuses in other strategic locations. We don't know where it's going to be or when it is going to happen, but we want to be ready when God leads the way. We have an immediate opportunity to reproduce and launch a Cedar Ridge campus in the community of Coweta. God has opened wide the door for us. Our leadership has prayed diligently for God's direction and is united in this venture. The facilities have already been secured. Now, your participation in our Radical Faith Stewardship journey will provide the funds necessary to renovate the building, purchase the necessary equipment, promote our launch, and provide startup salaries for reproducing at our Coweta campus.